Hello everyone, this is Josh and JC here with Hollowed Meadows and Only Mozo. It's our goal to reach 50,000 acres of bamboo production in the USA by the year 2035.
The following is a bamboo farming business opportunity presentation. In this presentation, we're going to talk about who we are, bamboo economics and crop comparisons, bamboo facts and expectations, farming startup processes, and next steps.
Bamboo farming made easy, partnership, guidance, and support. Hollowed Meadows and Only Mozo.
Hollowed Meadows is a farm account manager for Only Mozos. We provide free customer education, free farm planning, free business planning, and free ongoing guidance and support for years to come. Hollowed Meadows is a part of Only Mozos, which brings decades of experience from overseas here to the United States to develop the bamboo industry. This consists of full vertical integration, starting with proprietary tissue culture cultivation, nursery networks, a growing farmers network, as well as packing house for the edible shoots and processing facilities for the raw materials, both of which come with guaranteed purchase agreements.
Bamboo's native territories.
For millions of years, bamboo has grown all around the world naturally, primarily in Asia, which is why the majority of the farming and the processing and the real industrialization takes place in Asia. The United States consumes a lot of bamboo byproducts, and of which there are thousands. However, the natural farming industry in the United States is only just now starting to come online. In 2016, Only Mozos set up shop in Florida and has started establishing the domestic bamboo industry. We're now at 1,200 acres of commercial bamboo farming, with many more acres coming online every month.
Where will bamboo grow?
In general, bamboo is a very resilient plant and will grow pretty much anywhere. However, for commercial farming of bamboo, we have identified a few very precious bamboo species that produce giant timber canes, 50 to 100 feet tall, as well as delicious and nutritious edible shoots. The geographical area that we have identified that's key for the farming industry is Virginia, the Carolinas, Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Texas.
Crop comparison, number of acres in the USA.
Close to 100 million acres, corn and soybeans, wheat, 36 million. Scrolling down a little bit, we see oranges at about 500,000 acres. The other side, towards the bottom, we see cabbage and grapefruit and bell peppers, which are around 50,000 acres of production. Currently, we have 1,200 acres of bamboo, and our goal again is to get it to 50,000 acres by 2035. So this is just a super realistic goal for edible shoots alone, which is pretty exciting. The whole raw material back end fall harvest is really just icing on the cake. Our goal of 50,000 acres is primarily for the edible shoots, and then thousands of other applications with the raw material timber canes.
Crop comparison, number of uses.
We've identified 6 general use categories, which consists of consumption, fuel, biochar, paper, fabric and textiles, and building materials. For each crop, we've identified a point for each use category it falls into. The majority of the crops obviously are consumable, so they each get 1 point. From there, bamboo is actually one of the only crops that falls into all 6 categories. Hemp also falls into all 6 categories. However, hemp is an annual plant that you need to plant every year. It requires clear-cut harvesting, etc. Bamboo is a perennial that you plant once and you harvest for generations to come, with no legal issues, all organic, sustainable, and beautiful.
A crop comparison, revenue per acre.
On this slide, we see various crops categorized on their income potential per acre. Under $1,000 per acre, alfalfa hay, grain, corn, cotton, etc. $1,000 to $6,000 per acre, apples, sweet corn, cucumbers, oranges, etc. Now getting into more of the cash crops, $6,000 to $10,000 per acre, blueberries and cabbage. $14,000 to $17,000 per acre, bell peppers and tomatoes, and all of these plants that I've listed so far are primarily annual plants that you have to plant every year. Now we have bamboo, which is a perennial. You plant it once and you harvest it every year with an income potential of $14,000 to $25,000 per acre.
Tropical Asper bamboo, startup cost and projected income.
These slides can be found on our website, hmbamboo.com. However, essentially, the startup costs are going to be around $15,000 per acre, and then once the farm is at full capacity, year 4, 5, and 6, you can expect an estimated gross income of between $15,000 to $25,000 per acre.
Temperate Henan bamboo, startup costs and projected income.
Henan is one of our temperate, cold-hardy, really resilient bamboo species that we work with. Similar to our tropical species, the startup costs per acre are around $15,000 per acre, and then year 4 and 5, once the farm's at full capacity, you can expect estimated gross income of around $14,000 to $22,000 per acre.
Temperate Mozo bamboo, startup cost and projected income.
Mozo is one of the most delicious bamboo species that we work with. Similar to the other species, the startup costs per acre are about $15,000 depending on your farm circumstances, and then you can expect an estimated gross income between $14,000 to $20,000 per acre. The difference between the species is the difference between your geographical area and your soil composition, and we could talk more about that specifically on a one-on-one consultation.
How does bamboo grow?
Bamboo is a perennial of two basic categories, clumping and running bamboo. The difference mainly pertains to the rhizome or root structure's tendency to either run under the soil or shoot up immediately. Clumping stays in clump. Running can travel about 5 feet per year, which is easily contained with trenches.
Bamboo growth timeline.
At bamboo planting, each bamboo will be about 3 feet tall, and that plant will never grow any taller than that. Rather, all of the nutrients created are sent to the root structure to develop the root structure. The first spring, new shoots will shoot up from the soil, from the root structure, and reach their maximum height later in the summer. From there, that shoot will produce hundreds of branches and thousands of leaves and never grow any taller. The following summer, more shoots will shoot up even taller, each year growing exponentially taller than the year before. So by year 5 or so, you can expect anywhere between a 50 to 100 foot giant timber canes throughout your farmland. Some basic bamboo facts: you only plant them once and then you harvest every year for generations. Bamboo is actually a grass, not a tree, so when we say timber bamboo, it's a little misleading. It's actually in the grass family. It is the fastest growing plant on the planet, so from a farming perspective, that's really great. It produces 5 times more oxygen than trees by volume, super sustainable. It has soil regeneration properties. There's no clear-cut harvesting or destructive harvesting. There's actually soil regeneration involved. No heavy machinery, no pesticides. It's organic, antibacterial, stronger than steel, softer than silk, and it's a superfood.
Main reasons to start growing bamboo now.
Only Mozos offers a farm incentive program to get new farms online, as well as a guaranteed purchase agreement for edible shoots and raw material. We have proven commercial farming success here in the United States. with currently 1,200 acres in production and growing. Partnership with a fully vertically integrated and experienced company. Bamboo is very low maintenance. Once it's planted, it basically sustains itself. Huge domestic potential. The global bamboo industry is worth $70 billion, of which the United States is the majority consumer. However, there is no domestic production here in the United States, until now.
Health benefits of bamboo shoots.
Bamboo shoots have an edible texture similar to heart of palm and artichoke heart. The taste of a bamboo shoot is rather neutral in that it doesn't have its own super strong taste. Rather, it takes on the taste of whatever dish it's being prepared in, so it's very versatile. Some of the health benefits include anti-inflammatory, helps with weight loss, strengthens the immune system, improves respiratory disorders, comforts stomach disorders, reduces high cholesterol, reduces high blood pressure, as well as it's an organic superfood, it's easy to farm, and it has its own natural pest and disease-resistant properties.
Bamboo biochar versus other biochar.
In the United States, bamboo is a $100 million industry. Most biochar consists of coconut shell, rice husk, or wood. However, bamboo, the kind of bamboo we produce, produces some of the highest quality biochar on the market. And this is really just the second phase of our industrial growth. First phase being the edible shoots in the packing house, and then the first raw material processing, the biochar. From there, phase 3, plywood. Phase 4, then a wave of entrepreneurial processing here in the United States.
So, what are we doing?
We are planting hundreds of acres of bamboo every year. Here are some pictures of some newly planted bamboo farms within 1 to 6 months of planting.
And how are we doing that?
By producing the best plants possible, with plant warranties and guarantees.
Here's a before and after picture.
The picture on the left, 2016, is of an initial planting of a tropical bamboo species. Picture on the right, 2021, 5 years later, that farm is now producing thousands of pounds of edible shoots and raw material every year.
Once again, our goal is to reach 50,000 acres of bamboo production here in the USA by the year 2035.
And we are no longer testing any of this. These are no longer ideas or concepts. This is a proven industry here in the United States, and we are currently over 1,000 acres of edible shoot production, and we are actively growing our farmers network daily.
Startup and operating flowchart.
The first steps, obviously, are a free introductory consultation to talk about your land specifically, and then a farmland design and business plan to make sure you're set up for success. From there, we have a new farm incentive program, a guaranteed purchase agreement, and that's when you would pre-order your plants for your farm. From there, a one-time planting of mother bamboo plants. From there, operating. Bamboo is very low maintenance, has multiple spring harvests of edible shoots, and multiple fall harvests of raw materials, all revolving around a guaranteed purchase agreement.
Bamboo farming made easy. The new farmer incentive program, guaranteed purchase agreement, ongoing guidance and support.
The new farmer incentive program basically cuts the startup costs for new farms by half, deferring those plant costs to be paid in the future with actual farm yields through guaranteed purchase agreements and no interests. As well as we have ongoing guidance and support, which consists of help with initial farm design, water management, nutrient management, harvest advice, logistics and communication, and a long-term partnership. Our goal is for this to be a win-win partnership for generations to come.
Land qualification.
The first step in the process is a soil test. We're looking for a pH ideally of 6.5, but a range between 4.5 and 8 is workable. As well as in the soil test, we look at the nutrient content of the land and the soil texture. Ideally, we want a sandy clay or a sandy loam soil that's going to drain reasonably well as soil that is not in a flood zone or at the risk of flood. Once the test is okay, we move on to the farm design process.
Land prep.
After the initial soil test and farm design, the next steps will be general earthworks, which consists of, in some cases, establishing raised beds, digging 2-foot by 2-foot trenches to help with water control and rhizome control, as well as clearing any trees or shrubs on the land. From there, we do any soil amendments to adjust any of the nutrients or pH of the soil, and then a general disking of the soil to mix everything together. From there, a little rest period of 2 to 4 weeks, and then setting up the irrigation system and weed blocker. Once all that is ready to go and operable, we will then schedule the initial planting of the farm.
Initial planting.
Our plants come with warranties and guarantees. They are shipped directly to your location. Planting is done by local labor, however, we provide all the guidance, support, and training materials required. The planting season starts in April, goes through May and early June, as well as there's a short window to plant in September and early October. Ideally, the spring season is the best, as well as we provide full guidance, support, and training materials on an ongoing basis.
Bamboo farming maintenance.
Bamboo is a very low maintenance crop. You plant it once, and your biggest concern from there will be keeping up with the fall and the spring harvests. The main systems you need to worry about are making sure the irrigation or the water system is operable, as well as the first year and a half there will be some mowing and weeding to make sure the nutrients in the soil go to the bamboo roots and not to any weeds. Some ongoing nutrient management, farm status updates, and periodic farm visits from field experts from Only Mozos, just to make sure that we are setting you up for success in every way possible.
Harvesting bamboo.
You can expect to start harvesting spring shoots 3 years after planting, and then perpetual from there on. And you can then start harvesting fall timber canes year 4, and perpetual from there on.
Once again, it's our goal to reach 50,000 acres of bamboo production in the USA by the year 2035.
If you are excited about this goal and you want to participate in this new cash crop opportunity, please visit hmbamboo.com. The first button at the top of the page is schedule a call. That'll put a time right on our calendar to connect and talk about your farm and your goals specifically.
Join us in this sustainable movement.
Thank you for your time and attention, and we look forward to connecting more soon.